Welcome to this yoga flow, all about opening through the front line and getting a nice deep stretch through the hip flexors. We're going to start in a kneeling position, bringing your right hand to your chest, left hand to your belly, closing down the eyes, taking a deep breath in through the nose, and then a big sigh. Another grounding breath in through the nose, feel the belly expand. Long exhale. Lovely. Walk your hands forward, opening the knees, bringing the toes together and coming into a wide leg child's pose. Reaching your hands forward to energize the body. And you can always place a pillow, 2 pillows under your knees here if that feels better to support your joints. And then breathing in through the back of the body. Nice expansion through the rib cage, and then long exhale. And then start to walk yourself back up to find tabletop. So hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And then from here, arching the spine, lift your gaze up to the ceiling, spread your fingers. Exhale, send your gaze to your belly button, round through the spine. Inhale, lift the gaze. See if you can exaggerate the movement a little bit more. And then exhale, rounding through the spine. Really using your fingers here to take the weight off of the wrists. Let's go for one more round. Breathing in. And exhale, rounding through the spine, send the gaze to the belly button. Lovely. Come to find a neutral spine. Shift the hips forward and we're going to lower down through Chaturanga, bringing the chest down to the floor. Lovely. From here, squeeze the glutes, lifting up the chest and shoulders. And we're going to hover the hands, coming into Cobra. Zipping up through the thighs and then gently tucking the chin so you've got a nice long neck. Breathing in. Exhale, lower the chest. Bring your right cheek to the mat. Extend your arms. Soft shoulders. Exhaling. Bring the nose back to the center. If it feels good, you can interlace your hands, otherwise arms by your side, and coming into locust pose. So lifting the chest and shoulders, lifting the knees, zip up the thighs. Breathing in. Exhaling. Gently release. Left cheek comes to the mat. Soften through the shoulders and maybe you give your hips a little shake. Gentle release through the lower back. Really nice. Bring your nose back to the center and we're going to lift the right foot up, so bending that knee, grab hold of the outside edge, coming into a half bow pose. Lovely. Breathing in, keep the inner thighs engaged and then gently release. We're going to bring that left foot up, release the right foot, and going on the other side, inhale to lift and then gently release. Lower the chest and shoulders. And then extending that left leg, bring both hands under your shoulders, lifting yourself up, and we're going to come into Sphinx pose. So from this position, you can allow your knees and ankles to be a little bit wider. Spread your fingers, and then feel your hands almost pulling the ground towards you. So you pull your chest forward, lifting up through the collarbones, squeezing the glutes to support your lower back. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling. So it doesn't look like we're doing much, but actually we're really using the arms and the chest here. Pointing the toes and then gently come back onto your hands, lower the chest. This time we're going to have spider fingers. So lifting onto the pads of the fingers, elbows up to the sky, and then as you inhale, the back of your neck pulls you up to the ceiling. Once you're at the top, your gaze goes to the ceiling, and then exhale, you almost just float back down. Lovely. 2 more of those. floating through the spine, moving with the breath. And then from here, we're going to extend the right hand away from the body, left hand under the shoulders, lifting up that left knee, and then placing that foot on the outside. So just going through a nice little twist. You can have a look at the screen here just to get an idea. If you're feeling good, then maybe that left hand wraps around your back. So this is a really nice little stretch to open up through the chest and shoulders. Great if you are maybe at the desk for a long period of time, just to open up through that space. Really nice. Then bring that left hand back round, lift up your left leg, and then come back round onto your belly. We're going to extend the left arm away from the body, right hand under the shoulders, picking up the right foot, and then coming into that open twist. Left cheek to the mat. And again, if it feels good, you can come into that gentle bind where you wrap your arm behind your back. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling. Really nice. Bring that right hand around, slowly roll back onto your belly. Extending both legs, hands under the shoulders, and then pull yourself back up, plank position. And then floating the hips up to the sky, bending through the knees and gently pedaling out through the legs for your first downward facing dog. Spreading your fingers, lift your gaze just between the thighs, moving through the legs. And we're going to come into a gentle twist here. So come back to find stillness, and then with the right hand reaching towards the left ankle, either holding onto the left ankle or placing the right hand just towards the center of the mat. Take a deep breath in and release. Left hand towards your right ankle. Feel your head and shoulder sort of rolling underneath. Nice twist, breathing in. And then release. Lovely. Come back to find your down dog. And then placing that foot on the outside edge of the right hand, start to lift up the chest and shoulders. So you're welcome to drop that back knee here if that feels better. And we're just going to have a little play around here. So starting to walk the hands off of the yoga mat towards the left hand side, coming into like an open twist. And then from here, walk yourself back to the center, walk the hands off of the mat again, but reach them forward. Maybe you drop your head. Lovely, and then bring the hands back to the center under the shoulders. We're going to extend the front leg and wiggle the foot in between the hands, coming into a triangle pose, extending your legs, and then reach the hands forward back to low lunge. Step it back to find your plank. Option to drop the knees. Exhale, lower the chest. Inhale to cobra, squeeze the glutes. Exhale, send it back. Downward facing dog. Left foot outside edge of the left hand. Find that low lunge. Again, you can drop your back knee if you wish. And then from here, walk your hands off of the mat towards the right. Take a moment. Maybe they go a little bit further. And then bring the hands back to the center and then reach them forward again, reaching off of the yoga mat. Soften through the head and shoulders, dropping the head. Breathing in. Exhale, bring it back. Lovely. Walk the left foot in between the hands, lengthen your legs, triangle pose. And we're going to bend back into that front leg, press the hands down, step it back to plank, squeeze the thighs. You can drop the knees again. Exhale, lower the chest. Inhale, we're going to come up to locust pose. So reaching the fingers behind, lifting the chest and shoulders, lifting the knees, pointing the toes. Breathing in. Exhale, lower the chest and shoulders. Send it up and back downward facing dog. Right foot comes in between the hands, low lunge, drop your back knee, untucking the back toe, sweep both arms high, soft shoulders, and then feel that left glute activate. Placing both of your hands, interlacing the fingers onto your front knee, feel the chest and shoulders open. So you're almost feeling that resistance here where you lift up, but you're kind of pushing into your hips. Beautiful. Gently release, bring the hands back down. Coming back to plank. Option to drop the knees or full chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, send it back, downward facing dog. Left foot in between the hands, lower the back knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, sweep your arms high. And then interlacing the fingers, place the palms onto your left thigh. Squeeze that right glute, feel your hips lift. Open the chest and shoulders. Gentle back bend here through the upper spine. And then bring the hands back down, step it back, find your plank. Option to drop the knees. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Start to walk yourself forward towards top of the mat. We're going to turn the toes out and then coming down to yogi squats. Elbows on the inside edges of the inner thighs and feel your chest and shoulders pull forward. Activate here through the Mula Bandha. And if this position is too low, you can come up halfway here, just making it nice and comfortable. Lovely. And then from here, we're going to reach the hands forward, dropping the head down in slow motion, slowly rolling the tailbone down to the ground. You can always use your hands if you need a bit of support. Lovely. And then from here, we're going to come to the long edge of the mat, feet slightly wider than hip width distance, and slowly windscreen wiping the knees inside and out. Just waking up the hips, trying not to sink too much into the shoulders. And then we're going to finish with the right leg in front, coming into stag position. So 90-degree angle here with your knee, with your front leg and your back leg. Lifting up nice and tall, and then slowly walk over that front leg. And you can use blocks under your forearms here, or you can stay on your wrists. And we just want to keep the shoulders and the neck nice and soft, dropping the head. Softening the jaw. Lovely. Slowly bring yourself back up. We're going to come back to the center, bending the knees and then squeezing the outer thighs, opening the knees, gentle pulses for 3, for 2, 1. Lovely. Come back to the other side. So left leg in front, find that stag position, lining up the legs again, and then slowly walk your hands down, dropping the head. And take a moment to ease into this pose. You might find that it feels a little bit different on this side. So just coming into this pose with kindness and compassion for yourself. And taking a deep breath in. And send that breath down to any areas where you might feel a little bit of tightness. And taking another deep breath in. And then exhaling. Slowly bring yourself back up, round to the front. And we're going to come into a core exercise. So coming down onto your forearms and lifting up through the chest. We're going to extend the legs. You can always bend the knees as well for a modified version. And then scissoring one leg, alternating. Now the slower the better. Otherwise you can go a little bit quicker here. And keep drawing the chest up to the sky. And then bring your legs together, bending your knees. We're going to extend and then bring it into the chest for 1. Lovely. For 2, for 3, 4, and then last one, 5, And then from here, staying in this position, coming up to Navasana, your variation, either with bent legs or straight legs. And then coming down to low dish, our last little bit before we relax. Little hold, and then coming all the way down to your final pose, coming into your Shavasana. Bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your chest. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And then a long breath out. Take a moment to feel the vibrations, feel the blood circulating around your body, feeling alive, feeling present. And then release your arms by your side. Come back to a normal rhythm of breath. Find a sense of softness, resting the tongue onto the roof of the mouth, letting the eyes roll to the back of the head, palms face the ceiling, and then closing the practice. You're welcome to stay here in Shavasana if you have more time. Otherwise, hands to prayer, press the thumbs into the heart space. Take a moment to offer gratitude for your body, for everything that it does for you. Namaste.